I've been involved in IPOSI from the beginning in 2001. It came out of an initiative in Europe, the European Patients Organisation for Science and Industry, EPOSI. I like to think that maybe IPOSI has slightly leapfrogged its European I suppose, genesis, and become a real platform for a patient-led platform for all of us who are stakeholders in this industry. We're all here and we're all energized because we're here for the same purpose. We want to create a landscape in Ireland that has a fair and equitable access to therapies that will benefit our patients, our families, our friends, ourselves. As Oliver said earlier, as Philip said, we're all patients. You know, we all will be patients at some stage in our lives. We'll all be carers at some stage in our lives, and we do understand that, and we do need to work together. I think it's very important to mention the fact that over the years, IPOSI has not only been an organisation that's brought people together to develop this consensus around sometimes very complicated issues. And through that, we've developed our annual conferences, our round tables, and our lunchtime meetings where patients can learn more about the regulatory frameworks here in Ireland and from a European perspective, but also issues around health technology assessment, which is an emerging issue more and more as therapies become available for all types of conditions, be they rare and life-limiting conditions, rare and disabling, and very much more common and chronic diseases. So it's very important for us to understand that. One of the great initiatives from IPOSI has been through its work in Europe, and it's a very unique organisation in that respect, to be a work package leader in UPATI, which is the Patients Academy, where we're developing a whole basically training program for patients to learn more about the regulatory framework in Europe and to actually sit on committees with other experts, because patients are experts. And you know, we're learning at the same time, a lot of us, be we representing industry, clinicians, policymakers. We're in a very interesting area of innovation and we're learning together, and that's incredibly important. The key, I suppose, message here today has been about partnership. As Oliver said earlier, you know, partnerships need to build up over time. We need to build trust, and we need to learn how we can best work with each other to ensure that the patients have the best outcome. And those organisations are here. As I have said already, IPOSI is here. We have so many patients, independent patients, patients who are themselves affected by conditions, and patients who are part of larger organisations and their professional representatives also. And that's something I think that's very important that we need to address. You know, I am a person who's affected by a condition. I work with patients representatives who are professional patient representatives. I don't see the difference. We're all passionate about what we are trying to achieve here, and I think that's very important. Again, going back to PPI, which is a little bit of a favourite point of mine, you know, a lot of patient-led organisations who are involved in research and have been involved in research for a very long time have been employing a lot of these processes because we've had to, because our resources have been so limited. And it's important to say that patients, when they're developing research, they're looking to their strategies. They're saying, what do we want to do? What do we need to do? Where do we need to get the expertise? You know, they have ways of engaging nationally and internationally to make sure that the work that they're doing is not repeated somewhere else, that we're putting the best endeavours, the best funding in at any given time that's not being repeated. That's very, very important to say. We have some very, very good models from patient networks to be able to highlight that. And again, you know, in working with industry, and it's been brought up about the challenges, you know, or the perceived challenges or the misconceptions about patient organisations working with industry. You know, we, and as Ava said, are organisations who have strategies. We know what we need to do. In a lot of our cases, that is just engagement. It's about public information, bringing that information forward so that we can prevent people developing conditions when they are avoidable. Unfortunately, when they're not avoidable, we can provide them with a voice and be an example to others that you are not alone in this community as a patient, regardless of the condition that you have. We're an effective and a very powerful organisation, and we're a community of friends, and I think that's very, very unique to Ireland. We should be, we're a small country, and we need to continue that process. So I really would like to thank Aoife for providing this platform for us today. The energy in the room is incredible. I just want to point out the fact that many years ago I was involved in organising an IPOSI and Aoife conference, and when someone said we were working with Aoife, I actually asked who Aoife was. And I think, Philip, if you look into the files back there, you might even see an address to Aoife, AOIFE. So I've learned a lot in my work here with IPOSI and with Aoife. But thank you so much for providing this platform. I think we can go onwards and upwards. And thank you also very much for coming on such a beautiful day. I hope the sunshine is still there and you enjoy your afternoon. Thank you so much.